What's good, everybody? I'm back again. Apologies, I'm 10 minutes late. And, wherever you're doing tech stuff, there's always something that is going wrong. So you always want to try your best to do the best that you can. But I'm back. I made it out here. So excited to be out here speaking to you guys. And please do me a favor as you join in, please share and invite, bring in as many people as possible because we're going to have a beautiful conversation. Trust me, this is going to be amazing. You don't want to miss this. You got to tag your friends, tag your boo, whoever you're going to tag, just tag them. Hey, what's happening, V? Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. Please just to share and invite people, who's in the house. Tell me what city, what country you guys are joining in from, because I'm really excited because this is a conversation that every one of us really needs. So you got to get out here. So let's make it happen. What city? Excited. I'm happy you're excited. At least what's happening. Good to have you. Are my regulars. Thank you. My regulars are in the house. I guess you're just waiting for the moment just to punch it on. So please share, invite people to be part of Boston in the house. So do the needful. I'm just going to do my quick shares as well so that we can get started. Tell me what city. I want to know what city, what country, what time you guys are joining in from. We're going to have an excellent conversation today. So do the needful. Hey, Sam, my regular people. Thank you. Appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's good to be out here. Thank you. So what are you expecting from our conversation tonight? What are you expecting from our conversation tonight? So share with me. Who else is in the house? Thank you for tagging. Who else is in the house? I hope this internet doesn't trip again. I hope it doesn't trip again. I really hope it doesn't trip again. Mark, what's happening? Good to have you. Mr. Jerry, it's been a minute. Where you hiding? Street slang. What's happening? Good to have every one of you. Tell me what city, what town, where you at, what place are you at? So just do the needful. So thank you for tagging people and inviting in people. So, because this is going to be an amazing conversation. It's going to be an amazing conversation. So who's joining in? So I'm just making sure that I invite my squad to join in. So hey, what's happening? Thank you, Carol. Good to see you. Thank you, seeing you out here. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate you guys joining in. So let's have a good time. Who else is in the house? I know we have quite a number of people. Who else is in the house? So we're gonna make it happen. Thank you. It's good to be back home. Dubai bootcamp was amazing. We just had a blast. It was off the hook. It was amazing. I can't wait to go back. Everybody's just like, hey, we need to come back ASAP. It's just been amazing. Travel just opens you up to so many things. I remember I always share this. One of the things that my travel guide when we went to Zanzibar a couple of years ago said to me, a man that does not travel must read at least 1,000 books a year. A man that does not travel must read at least 1,000 books a year. So if you don't travel, you gotta read 1,000 books a year. Are you gonna make it? So you gotta do 1,000 books. So that tells you that travel is a necessity. It's not an expense. We were joking and says we use money for the plot and travel and see the world, enjoy. have an experience, because a lot of you are holding on. By the way, there's no guarantee how long you're going to be out here. Some of you are saving up and keep squeezing your life. Oh, we'll leave tomorrow. I'm living my best life now. I'm not going to wait until tomorrow to live my best life, because you never know when God checks you out of this earth, and you didn't live to experience the beautiful things that God has just designed and created. So you gotta open up your mind and just think outside the box. For me, travel is good. It's definitely my lifestyle. So it's something that is very key. So you gotta travel and see that and see the world. Travel wherever you can. You've traveled. You've gone to the village since you were a baby. See the world. See the world. See the world. Go out there and see the world. And that's why most of our coaching programs now, most of the things we're going to do, travel is going to be part of the experience that we're going to be having out there. I used to say this a couple of years ago, months actually. I used to say, some of you that say, oh, coach, I can't come to Lusaka to attend your meetings. And says, very soon, you won't have to come to Lusaka. You will have to come to the US, the UK, Dubai, Zanzibar, Greece. That's what, if you couldn't come to Lusaka, how are you going to come to Greece? How are you going to come to Bali? Open up your mind. Money comes to people that have got desire. Some of you don't get the things you desire in life because you don't set out, you don't speak to the earth. I want more success, I want a better life. Some of you plan your lives best where you are right now. That's how you plan your life. You just planned your life like, this is where I'm at. You plan your life based on how much you get paid. That's why you don't stretch to do more. That's why you don't stretch to just become more. That's why you're not really working on your academics so that you can earn great. That's why you're not setting up that business, because there's nothing that is pushing you. There's nothing that is stretching you. You're in the comfort zone. So whatever you have, you have. So you're just living out in the comfort zone of life. You've just decided to settle. Some of us we're not gonna say. It's a frustration to know that your father is the CEO of the entire universe, and you can't even see the universe, yet it belongs to your father. You see why I tell people, some of you just waste time going to church. You just go to church, but you don't even believe the things you listen to. Like, you are a child of the most powerful somebody, but you don't even believe it. So you can go to church for 30 years and church not even be in you. You just go to church because you're afraid to go to hell. I'm not going to be that type of a Christian. I want all that he has. That father that owns cattle on 1,000 hills, yeah, that's my father. So that's how I show up. So I don't wake up in anybody's economy. I wake up on my Heavenly Father's economy. 𝐒𝐄𝐓 in the house. What's happening? Exactly. So you gotta stretch yourself. Okay. Who else is in the house? We digressed, but I thought it was necessary. I didn't plan for that. So, but I thought it was necessary just for me to give you some free motivation. So today we're gonna talk about something very key to me. If you know me, I am one who really preaches, desires this conversation for people. Don't settle for an average marriage. So we're going to talk about this because now I'm speaking to people that desire marriage. So if you don't desire marriage, this is not for you. You might as well just go and sleep. If you're one of those who just think, oh, I'm a survivor, I don't desire marriage, this is not for you. This is not a conversation. This conversation is for people that believe that marriage is powerful. Marriage can help you achieve your purpose, grow and become, by the way, the correct marriage, the right marriage. So I'm not just talking about, some of you like to say, oh, what God has put together, let no man put asunder. Not every marriage is joined by God. Okay, put it out there. Type it out there. Not every marriage is joined by God. Some of you, it's your flesh. It's your hormones that joined you together. God didn't even join you together. God was not even part of the plan. Not every marriage is joined by God. Type it out there. I want to see that. Not every marriage is joined by God. Not every marriage is joined by God. So when I'm talking about marriage, I know what type of marriage I'm talking about. I'm talking about a healthy marriage, a blissful marriage. Every time I'm doing premarital coaching for couples that are getting married, I show them my successes, I show them my failures, I show them my wounds. Because if there's anything I did, like, look, if you're getting married to go and suffer, don't even go get married. And that's where the bigger problem comes in. Some of you want marriage so desperately, you will lie your way into a marriage just to go and suffer. That's how like desperate some people want marriage. Exactly. Not every marriage is joined by God. So you can't, every marriage, no. That's what it says what God has put together. So not everything, so it's specific what God has put together. Let no man put asunder. What God has put together. There's what man puts together. There's what culture puts together. There's what your hormones put together. There's what your brain, your preferences puts together. I just have preferences. I want a type of a guy like, your preferences put you together, not God that put you together. So some of you, the marriages you're taking to God to fix, God says, I'm not involved. Like, what's this? I'm not part of this deal. I wasn't there. It wasn't me, like Shaggy. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like you just like you guys just made yourselves together. D, what's happening? Good to see you. I shift your mind. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Because I'm sick and tired of just average things happening. So this conversation is for people that desire marriage. Now, I have said, and I want you to type this, better grown old single than married wrong. Type it out there. The network is tripping. I hope it's going to stay steady. Better grown old single than married wrong. Better grown old single than married wrong. Yes, internet, please stop tripping. Let's see what we can do. I'll try and switch off this. Type it out there. I want to see better grown old single than married wrong. Better grown old single than married wrong. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you type it out there? Better grown old single than married wrong. I want you to type it out there. Better grown old single than married wrong. Okay, now if you're typing it, then I know you can hear me. Pray for this internet. So one of the reasons, if you see, every time you come to my social, you will never find me teach 𝐒𝐄𝐓𝐋𝐄 Club. I never teach 𝐒𝐒𝐋𝐄 Club. You can all go talk to your 𝐀𝐕𝐄𝐑𝐀𝐆𝐄. By the way, you can even go and talk to some of your pastors, because some of your bishops, some of your prophets believe in 𝐒𝐒𝐋𝐄 Club. It's not just 𝐀𝐕𝐄𝐑𝐀𝐆𝐄. But when you come to my platform, when you come to my space, I teach healthy love. I teach healthy marriages. I have no space. I have no expertise. I have no skills to teach you how to 𝐒𝐒𝐋𝐄. I only teach people how to build healthy relationships. So you have to really get to a place where you understand. All of those things are very key. Hey, Linda, what's happening? Good to see you. I'm happy to see all of you guys. Okay, let me put out. I haven't put out today. Let me put it out there. Let me shout out to my people out here. It's good to see you. It's good to see you guys. Thank you for tagging. So you have to understand. You have to understand that marriage is powerful. And you see, my level of passion comes from a place of what I deal with privately. So there's certain things you'll never see on social media, because certain conversations, certain training, certain coaching sessions are done privately. They're not done in the public. So what you see is only a snippet of what happens in the private space. That's why I'm very passionate. So when you see me passionate, when you see me become tough on you, is because I don't want you to go through what other people are going through in the private. Now, we live in a culture, in Zambia, most people don't open up and tell you their stories because you people just talk like you're gonna post people out there. So people don't share the deep things they're going through so you can learn. Some of us are vulnerable and transparent. We can tell our stories because if you try and mess with me, I'm gonna come after your tail. But other people don't. So the reason why I come with so much passion, so much energy to say, hey guys, this is what marriage can look like, is because I'm trying to save you from what people have settled for. Most of you, 90% of your parents settled. So most of your parents are not even good examples. Well, I know some of you love your parents too much and you don't want to say the truth. Most of our parents didn't have the best marriages. Most of our parents had average marriages, but because they are our parents, we always want to make them like muchinji. It's okay to say, I love my parents, but I don't want what they have. Okay, I love my parents, but I don't want what they have. I'm setting a new tone of what marriages should look like for my next generation. That's why it's always, some of you have been cancelled. I tell people, don't, if you're getting married, don't tell them, they shouldn't just give you anyone to coach you. You must qualify who qualifies to coach you. What makes you think I want what you have? So you have to really be very honest about these conversations, but we always hide and we don't speak the truth. Now, a good marriage can be heaven on earth. A bad marriage can be hell on earth. You must understand that. A good marriage can be heaven on earth. A bad marriage can be hell on earth. I shared a story. I was a friend of mine. She's asking. She says, "Oh, Steady, you don't want love." I says, "No, I want love, but I want a healthy love. I want a healthy marriage." Now, you don't know what it's like. The peace I have in my house, the peace I have in my life is real peace. And I am not going to bring anybody in this space to spoil up the peace I have in my house and in my life. Because you can walk in people's houses and feel drama. Like, hey, there's a stench of drama in this house. You can hang out with the person and that would be a total disaster. What are you see why some of you are okay marrying anything and just getting married or just marrying just for the sake of marrying is because you have nothing you're protecting. You're willing to settle because you have nothing to protect. People that have got something to protect will never settle. People that have got something to protect are the people that are going to say, I am better grown old single with my gray hair than just marry anything that walks the streets. Is this making sense? Some of you, some things you hear Coach Steady teach, they sound strange because you never grew up on this. Even me, I had to heal from the things I grew up on. The toxicity I grew up on, I had to heal. I had to say, hey, Sarah, what's happening? Good to see you. I had to say, I want better. I had to heal from being born a Zambian because just being born Zambian, somehow you're born into a dysfunction. But some of you are not honest enough. I love my country. I love our tradition. I love how we grew up, but a lot of it has just been really dysfunction. I had to heal from that. Is this making sense? You guys are too quiet. So you have to understand. You have to decide because a lot of you feel like, oh, it's just marriage. One thing I have seen destroy people in the most unbelievable way has been bad marriages. I know people, because of a bad marriage, their whole life drifted and changed. I'm glad this message is profound. We need this message in this generation because this generation is too quick to get married. Like somebody is just stressing them that you must marry. Like we're too quick. We're just too quick to get married. Like somebody's just stressing you, like you're always on the run. You've heard me say, like, practically every weekend, like everybody's just like getting married. So you gotta understand that. Now, why marriage is key is that's a person you're gonna spend this is a person you're gonna spend most of your time with. That's why you can't have an average marriage. An average marriage is a marriage that takes away your peace. An average marriage is a marriage that you used to look better when you were single. Now that you're married, you just lost your vibe and you've lost your energy. You've lost your dreams. I'm glad, Felicity. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. So you have to decide. You have to get to a place where you say, I am not going to settle. You look, you're not going to rush me. I'll do it on my terms. When you've done so much work on yourself, when you've healed so much, you will not let everybody be in a hurry to get married. You'll say, I am not getting married. Better grown old single than married wrong. So you have to fully understand that I am not going to have just anything because it's getting married. Like a lot of you, like the way you are so desperate to do a kitchen party, you're so desperate to, give out invitations, to do all this chilangamulilo. Like there's just a level of desperation that people will just marry anything that shows up. And an average marriage practically is not a purpose-driven marriage. There's no purpose in an average marriage. You just wake up, you just look at each other, and you move on with your lives. There's certain people that don't even like people they live with. You don't like people you live with. So you have to understand if you're gonna be, if you know you are wired. I tell people, if you know you're wired for marriage, you have to make sure that you're not settling because it's time to settle. I saw a pastor who's really been giving some terrible advice on marriage, to especially to the women. And unfortunately, some women are very gullible to that. They buy into that. Like that's the most trash. I've never heard him teach really what really keeps a home together, what keeps a marriage together. Every time he opens his mouth is men should take you to restaurants, men should give you money. Like that's a basics. Like money is cheap. Because you can be doing life with a guy that flies you across the world, but there's no purpose in that. He buys you chicken and chips. So the whole lot of you will give up your purpose just for chicken. And I see you guys say, Amen, man of God, Amen, man of God. Like, what the hell? Now, for a lot of you, this is why when you meet people, you must ask them questions about what marriage looks like from their perspective. By the way, watch how people move than what they say. Because anybody can sell you dreams. Their lifestyle will tell you much about a person. A lot of you move with what people say. Forget what people say. Watch how people move. You will know if this person is a person who's gonna settle. Because some of you, some of you are watching me and you're upset with the marriage that you're in. And that's a problem when you are rushing. You end up landing on an average marriage. Is this making sense? Is this making sense? Are you listening to me? Now, for some of you, you don't have goals, you don't have purpose. So anything is okay because you're not going anywhere. So you can marry whatever you want. But even then, you still suffer. But for people that have got purpose, and this is why a lot of you don't do due diligence. Now, for people, especially for people that have got purpose, for people that value fidelity, other people are okay. They can flirt with anybody on social media, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. They can go, like anything can take you for a date. That's how easy some people are. Anything can take you on a date. You are easy. Like you are the easy target. Like anything excites you. Anything excites you. If anything easily excites you, if you've been on 5 dates in a month, you're dysfunctional. Because quality people don't come every day. So if you're always like, you have 10 people you're talking to on WhatsApp, 5 people, like you're always like, sometimes I forget, I go like months, years. Because quality, like if you're always chatting, there's always somebody who's talking to you. You are an easy target, like you're easy. You are headed for an average marriage because anything excites you, anything pleases you, anything makes you smile. Come on, Kwatama standards. You are easy. You know you've done your work when you can stay for a long time and there's not even, and it's normal. For some of us, it's just like normal. Like some of you, like Chapamutu, Chima, you know, if you haven't spoken to anybody, like if you sick, you need to heal. You are a candidate for a dysfunctional marriage and a dysfunctional relationship. Because mulatutuma, if you don't talk to anybody, you know you have not healed. No, you're not on demand. You're easy. You are easy. Every time you keep hanging out with people back to back, like you've got dates every week, every month, every other month, there's something wrong with you. Because you have not done the work and you're headed to an average marriage. So you gotta understand that. You have to really get that. So one of the things you have to understand is that if you are building yourself for a good marriage, I like this one. Yeah. This is the only way. This is the only way I can help people. You easily, like you're easily excited. Some of you feel like because you've got 20 inboxes, you've got DMs. Guys, no. I'm sure they even tell each other, that one is easy, especially guys. They know that. So I I have met men and women. I remember talking to a brilliant guy. It says, the day I got married, that's the day I lost my drive for my passion, my work. This is an intelligent guy. And you want me to show up every day and just say, hey, just go ahead and get married. You're feeling the butterflies, get married. He says, the day I got married, I lost my drive. Everything that could go wrong. I remember I've shared this story. I remember one night I was coming from doing a show at Hot FM, and I was just buying stuff. I was buying some food as I was heading back home, and I met a guy like as vulnerable as he can be. He said, I regret I took loans to marry this woman. But my life is not the same. The home is a mess. The marriage is a mess. He says, you are the one who speak for us. Go and tell other people. Like the pain of a man in an average marriage. And that's why for most of you women that trap men, for most of you women that would do anything, when a man just gets to a place where he discovers, you will never like it. But I know that 90% of the people that are watching and listening to me today will not do these things. But at least I told you. At least I said so. At least I opened your eye. This is free game you're getting. You can't even lie to say, oh, Coach Steady, I couldn't afford a coaching. You have free game that I give you on a weekly basis. 90% of people will just go out there. And you know why? You know why I'm so guaranteed about the statistics? Because the number of people that I meet that I haven't done the work are too many. Because if you've not done the work on yourself, you're headed to an average marriage. How can you pick right when you've not done the work on you? How can you choose the right man? How can you choose the right woman when you've not done the work? You are always running away from an opportunity to become better. You are always running away from an opportunity to grow, to work on yourself so you can pick better. Stanley, I'm glad you're learning that. Ask how many married people say, the day has come to a close. I'm looking forward to go and spend time with my wife. I'm looking forward to go and spend time with my husband. I can't wait. Some of you now, kids are even the excuse. Nathans, thank you. I appreciate that. Because I don't want you. For me, I want to meet you at the airport. I want to meet you in Bali. I want to meet you in Greece because you're taking your partner out for adventure. I want to meet you at the mall and tell me, Coach, thank you for the wisdom. This is a fruit of your wisdom. I'm in a happy home. I'm in a happy marriage. So there's few married people that rush back home. So the only excuse is the kids now. You don't even enjoy your partner because there's nothing. It's an average marriage. There's no depth. There's no depth to it. There's no intimacy. There is sex, but there's no intimacy. And you know, sex is only dessert. Sex is not the main course to a marriage. In fact, you do more life than you do sex in a relationship or a marriage. That's basically what you do the most. You do life. So if you got married for the few minutes, so you traded in your purpose for the few minutes and you sacrificed your whole purpose and your whole life. These things I am teaching you, I can guarantee you they will not teach you in church counseling. They will not be honest because churches are about numbers. They want to brag about how many people are getting married, even if they're getting married in average marriages. They will never tell you the truth. They'll just give you the basic things. I have seen average marriages destroy more people than you can ever think. That's why the goal is not to get married fast. The goal is to get married right. I love marriage. Let me be specific, the right marriages. I am a fan of healthy marriages. I was counseling a couple that was getting married recently, and I told them, you're such a breath of fresh air. Whew. Because you didn't bring drama. They're not perfect. So we have to get to the place where we are honest about these conversations. Some of you, I've had women admit to me and say, Coach Steady, I didn't have where to stay. The only option was to get married. Now, this is also where this is also the problem when I hear pastors teach you toxic stuff. Some women got married because they wanted somebody to pay their rent, somebody just to deliver them from their struggle and take care of them. This is why I speak to men. I will speak for the men, I'll speak for the women. When the women are wrong, I'll stand up and speak. When the men are wrong, I'll stand up and speak. We also need to speak for the men. Some of you women are out there chatting with the whole world because you got married for the wrong reason to the man you're with. So you are denying a woman to be with her husband. So you're sitting and living with a man that was meant to be another person's husband. But because you didn't do your work, because you're not woke enough to know this is not my husband. He may give me a good car, he may give me a good. Now that's a depth we need to get to. What's the point of marrying someone that you will not give them a good life? So every time you keep telling women, marry a man who keeps giving you money, so the men are under pressure. So most of you men are doing life with women that fell in love with your hand. They didn't fall in love with your spirit. Come on, somebody. You got to listen to me. These are men of God that teach trash. A lot of you, because you are so much under pressure, you are always overextending. When a man loves a woman, he will provide for her. You don't have to keep hitting on him. So now the man is under pressure. He keeps giving. So the women are falling in love with their hand and not their spirit. That's why I say money is cheap. So now you are under pressure. You keep giving things because you're trying to buy. That's brokenness. I see that trash. I saw that trash today on social media. In the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, the harvest of pain this generation will reap is unbelievable. Can a man see inside you without opening your legs? Can a man see the inside of you, the beauty that is inside you without opening your legs? Because now the pressure on the women is being sexual, be more sexual. I'm glad this is going right to that word. Straight, yes, 100%. But when you teach now the difference between provision and materialism, I gotta teach that one day. There's a difference between provision and materialism. Guys, I don't even want to go deep. Like there's some things I'll lose you if I just go deep. Let me just stay here. Let me just stay here. Let me just stay here. I don't even want to go deeper than I've already done. Let me just stay here. Let's stay here. Let me stay here. I don't even want to go deep. Now, as I wind up, type out your questions. Let me take questions. As I wind up, type out if you have any questions. If you have a purpose, if you have a purpose, one of the things I tell people is I want a marriage that can preach without me saying anything. I want a family that preaches without me teaching. That's my purpose. Now, if I don't get a marriage at that level, I am happy checking out this earth single. And I don't even know how people hear me when I speak. Oh, coach, you're looking for perfect people. Did I even teach perfection? I didn't teach perfection. I just taught purpose. I just talk about being authentic. And I know what it's like to do the work, because when you've done the work, you will see through people's games. You can see when people are playing games. I don't want to preach marriage. I want my marriage to preach. I want my marriage to speak. I want my home to heal marriages. Now, if I can't do marriage at that level, hey, it was nice being on this planet. I'm checking out. It's non negotiable. It's non negotiable. You may have more caves than a highway. If you don't have purpose, you may be as beautiful as Beyonce. We can't do purpose. We can't do marriage at that level. Now, this does not mean that even when the marriage is driven by purpose, we'll not have struggles. There'll be rainy days. I was talking to my sister coach, Sarah from the UK. And one of the things we said when we were having dinner, I said something to her, and we were saying, uh, it's easy to go through challenges when you know the person you're with is riding for you genuinely. Some of you can't even open up to your partners. You're going through things, you're not even at a place where you can open up. You're not sure your partner will come out all guns blazing for you. Guys, these things we do cool water. And that's why all of us gotta do the work. Every one of us must show up doing the work for the marriage. That's why the other day I gave you 20% Black Friday, uh, 4 programs. Personal branding, it's a 12 months coaching program. And then there's a divorce recovery. If you've been through a divorce, going through a separation, and you're looking to heal and just, heal and glow again. And then there's the singles, just if you're single, just preparing you to just be a better woman or a better man. He'll do the work that's good for you. And then there's Before I Do, for the people that are engaged or people that got married but they didn't go through premarital coaching. Those programs are for you. Now, If you think investing in programs like that is expensive, try hiring a lawyer to help you get a divorce. Try staying 10 years in a toxic marriage. Then you know what is expensive. You will know the difference. You know the difference. You will know the difference. So you need to be honest. So one day I'm going to do for people married, for struggling marriages. I'm going to do that for struggling marriages. Because some of you are struggling in your marriage. It's not because your marriage is not put together. It's just that you don't have the tools. You don't have the skills. You don't have the tools to grow and sustain a marriage. There's a scripture that is powerful. Few of us read in Proverbs. It says, through wisdom. No, it's not through muscles. It's not through booty and boobs. Through wisdom is a house built. So if you don't have wisdom, if you don't have knowledge, you don't qualify to get married. Because the only way you build a home, the only way you build a marriage is not by 7 rounds. It's not by your booty. It's not by your boobs or your money. The Bible says through wisdom is a house built. So being intelligent is a requirement to operate and function on the earth. You gotta have sense. It's illegal to be on this earth and not have sense. I'm tired. I'm dead. Okay, let me take some questions. So guys, if you've not registered for, I'll still extend until tomorrow for those coaching programs, so the 20% for you to take it on and do it. If you want to make an investment, make an investment. It's got a 20% discount. It's a coaching. Now, only do it if you know you want to make an investment and you're committed. Otherwise, do whatever you want to do. It's for people. I only want to help people that want the best. If you're single, you want to do your single season correctly. If you're about to get married, some of you go and hire venues for 50,000 kwacha to go and build an average marriage. You play too much. How do you spend 100,000 kwacha on a marriage that won't even last? What's a rush? Go for counseling. Go for premarital coaching. You want to buy expensive rings to put on cheap fingers. Guys, you play too much. Just to go and suffer. Like, let me adopt you if your parents don't want you. let me adopt you, please. What's a rush? Let me adopt you. Let me adopt you. You've not even done the work. You're going to put expensive rings on cheap fingers. You're going to rent expensive houses to put bodies with no functional brains, only private parts. Guys, all you have functioning in that home is private parts. Brains are not functioning. I'm done. I am done. So I'm only going to take questions related to the topic for today. But if I see a question that is not related to the topic, maybe I'll make a topic to talk about it over the weekend. How do I heal and work on myself? Because at times I feel like I am drowning in emotions. Just heal, baby. Just heal. Just heal. Whatever it's gonna take, just heal. And that's why each one of you must have a healthy coach. You find a mentor that has done the work, not a mentor who's running away from doing the work. Find a mentor that has done the work and still doing the work, because it will help you. A lot of you don't have people close to you. It's I can speak to you, but I don't sit with, like one of the things I love about what we do. That's why I love community, because we can sit over a meal. I'm able to pick stuff about you that I could privately say, hey, we need to talk about that. You know, you're not showing up for you. We can speak about that. Find a community of healthy people. There's too many communities out there, but most of them are not legit. Pray God guides you to the right coaches, the right mentors, because they will see that. And then when God sends you partners, God is going to send you partners that will stretch you. Some of you don't need partners. You don't like partners that stretch you. You feel like, oh, you're trying to change me. You're trying to make me who you want me to be. They're trying to help you heal your behind. Okay, relax. So if you find a partner that is helping you, it's a blessing, because most people come broken. So we'll talk about healing another day, but that's a longer one. We'll talk about it another day. But I pray everybody gets to hear. There's so much that goes into marriage. Thank you. Yes, grace. It's so much. It's so much. So much. The goal is to get married right. I know a couple who got married 3 months ago, but the husband is always going out and going home very late. It's really sad. Like, seriously, can't you spend time with your wife for sure? Exactly. And there are couples like that. So what was the point of paying all the lobola just to go and pack someone like a bag of maize? What was the point? But you got that's why healing is key. I'm gonna talk about this. But I'll leave you with this today. Maybe one of these days when I'm talking to the women. A man doesn't have to lie to a woman. She will lie to herself if she likes him enough. Some of you are lying to yourselves about the men you like. So you're the ones playing you. The men are not playing you. You're the one who's playing you. A woman would do anything if she likes a man enough. You keep choosing men that are not choosing you. But that's a conversation for another day. That's a conversation for another day. How I wish purpose was talked about more often with regards to marriage. Grace, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true. Now, you see, I tell people my journey, the mistakes I made. I can impress you with my successes, but I can only impact you with my failures. Most of our parents, most of our pastors, they're not honest enough to tell you the truth. So they're trying to hold things together that were not held, built to be held together. And it's actually easier to fix something when you acknowledge its limitations. Yeah, I'm glad. I am glad. Thank you, Precious. I'm glad. Let me go down further to get. Well, I could send you the details. Just send me a WhatsApp on there's always a number on there's a number. So send a WhatsApp and then I'll give you the divorce recovery coaching program. Um, and this is just to help people heal, recover if you're going through a separation or you're going through a divorce. because also people are judged. So people are told God hates divorce. Yeah, God hates divorce, but he doesn't hate the divorcees. So that's why we have to create room for them to heal and glow again. God still loves you. So people gotta know that. But in the religious circles, people are always branded the wrong way. So some of you are guilty, some of you don't even feel yourselves because of some things you've been through. Yes. If a man who you are dating doesn't know their purpose, should you dump them right there and then, or you should wait for them to figure it out? Do they want to figure it out? Because that's the thing. It takes a lot for people to change. Trust me. It takes a lot for people to change. And some of you will wait, until Jesus comes, waiting for somebody to change, and that's right. Nicole, Nathan's. I'll do something. I'll do that topic. How to keep a great marriage. We'll do a topic like that one of these days. Stanley, how do I set the goal to get the marriage? How do I set a goal to get married? The quickest way to set a goal to get married is to work on yourself. That's the quickest way. Most of us are avoiding to do the work on ourselves. So the quickest way is just work on you. Always do work on you. By the way, the more you work on you, the quicker it is to get married. Because by the time you do the work on you, you know what you're looking for. So you don't even waste time. You know why you're dating everybody? Because you don't know who you are. So that's the reason why you're dating everybody. The reason why you're on a date every weekend, every Saturday, you're going out, you're gonna do stuff is because you don't know who you really are. That's why everything looks good to you because you've not done the work. So the goal is not to get married. The goal is to do the work on you. Because when you do the work on you, guys, I'm giving you free, like this is free stuff. Like go slay. When you do work on you, when you become better, it's quicker to pick. It's easy to know. Like it's effortless. How will I know this is a person for me? Like you get to a place where you can close your eyes and listen to somebody talk and you know this is not the one for me. I don't even have to see your face. I can pick your spirit and I know you are not the one. That's what healing really looks like. That's what healing really looks like. This microphone is heavy, like I'm breastfeeding. It's easy. It makes life easy. Some of you, everything is okay because you've not done the work. If you ever watch me and listen to me and you go and fumble on marriage, you owe me a refund for all these hours. I'm staying up to talk to you. How do I heal from a toxic average marriage, but at times I feel like I'm drowning, or from a toxic average marriage? So I don't know whether you're still married. Um, I don't know whether you're still married with a person or you're not together anymore. I don't know. So he man, time is gone. Like time is gone. Here's one thing I'm gonna say. It's the trouble and the danger with an average marriage is that it's difficult to get it back to 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 its prime or premium vibe. Because most of the time when people get married, they relax, they don't want to do the work. This is why marry somebody who desires to grow on a daily basis. For me, it's non-negotiable. Like you're cute, you're fine, but you're not growing. Hasta la vista. It was nice getting to know you. Personal development, personal growth is a requirement. It's not a preference, it's a standard. If you're not growing, if you're not working on you, I don't like you. I don't like you because you will become a pain in the neck in the marriage. Because as life is evolving, you are staying stuck. You're staying stuck. We are in Zambia, but you are in northern Rhodesia. That's why most marriages are average because it's two people or one person in the marriage refusing to grow and to become better. And so you're stuck. You're stuck. So now, this is one thing you people must understand. You can be the best person in the whole world. You can be an amazing person in the world. You can be an amazing person. But marriage is mutual. You can't do marriage all by yourself. It takes two people to work it out together. So even if you've got all these beautiful ideas, creative ideas to make your marriage better, move away from the average state to a better marriage, it would not work if one party is not committed to the process of shaping and designing what that marriage should look like. Okay. I feel like I have 10 topics from this topic. I gotta watch this broadcast again. So that's what I would say to you. It's challenging. It's challenging. It's challenging. Books. I'm here to write the books. That adopt me. Let her blame it. Exactly. Sometimes people blame the devil when they're the ones. Exactly. That's where the problem is, Felicity. That's where the problem is. Thank you, Stanley. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. People only come to coaching when they're in trouble. And unfortunately, at that point, you're just like in trouble. Growing must become a lifestyle. Learning must become a lifestyle. It's a, it must be a lifestyle. You gotta learn every day. You know. But if you put a video about someone caught naked, you're gonna have 20,000 people watching. That's what you remember the statistics I said about the 90% is because people are watching trash. Garbage in, garbage out. So it's easy. Look at if you have a book, look at what they're posting, look at what they are liking, what they are sharing. Guys, go this easy. Look at what somebody is addicted to. You will know. Look at their friends. Look at who they hang out with. Guys, it's been amazing. I'll see you soon. I hope this has added value to your life. So make sure you send me a WhatsApp. There's a number there about the coaching program. We can tell you about the coaching program, whatever you want to make an investment. By the way, they're not for free. So don't say, coach, is it for free? No, it's not for free. You gotta make an investment. You buy wigs for 20,000, 10,000. You can't pick my brain for free. All right, guys, you take care. Thank you so much. I pray the best for you, please. I pray the best for you. Do what is right. Don't settle for an average marriage. Don't. It's illegal. If you're here, it's illegal. It's illegal. All right. It's been amazing. It's been wonderful. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.